right, I'm ready to have another go at this. So this is this. Control Function Alt down. Here we go. Okay, help. Oh, what's the about? Okay, it's just the version. Keyboard commands. Oh, that's useful. Combat mission has this. Fleet command has, or, quick reference. Fleet command has a quick reference. That's useful. Okay. Help. Manual. So I finished 2.7. Next up was 2.8. Let's see if I can get through the rest of section 2. Section 3 doesn't seem that relevant to me, so I think after section 2 I'll go to this: designer notes, hints, FAQ, tactics 101. I might do that in like a third video. Depends on how long it takes to get through the rest of section 2. All right, combat modeling. Decisive action models 10 forms of combat: ground combat, artillery, airstrikes, attack helicopters, air defense, air interception, chemical warfare, intelligence and electronic warfare, and engineer operations. Okay, so it doesn't model biological warfare or nuclear warfare. Fair enough. Combat resolution is different for each combat model, but all 10 models are based on complex attrition models that consider many factors such as unit combat power, type of unit, size of unit, type of terrain, command and control status, logistics status, type of tactical operation, morale, fatigue, etc. The measure of a unit's combat power within the game is based on its relative strength compared to the least effective unit of a like type, which is assigned a value of 1. Okay, I get that. Example: ADA Battery, Avenger, combat power is 1. ADA Battalion, Patriot, combat power is 8. Note 1. ADA combat power is applicable to air defense combat only. The Patriot Battalion is not as effective in ground combat as an M1A2 company, which has a combat power of 2. Okay, got it. If you decide to design your own units, develop a baseline value for each type of system, for example ADA, and compare all other systems' effectiveness to that baseline system. Okay. Note 2. The combat powers of the units within the Decisive Action database are generally derived from the relative combat powers used at the Command and General Staff College. In order to make the CGSC values easier to use, I increased their values so that the player would not be dealing with very small numbers. For example, M1A2 Battalion in Decisive Action has a combat power of 14 versus the CGSC value of 1.21. Okay, easy enough. 2.8.1, Ground Combat. General. Ground combat occurs automatically at the end of the movement phase. Any unit whose footprint overlaps with an enemy unit footprint will exchange fires with that enemy unit. Units will engage and receive fires from every unit that they are in contact with. Okay, that's helpful to know. So if it overlaps even a little bit, it's all of the units in the first one against all of the units in the second one. That seems to be what it's saying here. I was wondering about that. I thought, well, if they overlap just a little bit, maybe it's just the proportion that they overlap that fight each other. will engage and receive fires from every unit. Well, does that mean does that mean every unit that they overlap with? Maybe that's not saying what I thought it was saying. Maybe this is just saying that they engage and receive fires from every unit for which they have an overlap. But it's not. Yeah, that might be what it's saying. Okay, exception. Units on security missions or conducting a retrograde operation will routinely retreat after exchanging fire with only one unit. Ground combat results. The results of ground combat engagements are affected by many factors, such as attacking unit relative combat power, RCP, maneuver advantage, flank or rear attack versus a frontal attack, morale, suppression levels, C2 levels, I think that's command and control levels, fatigue, terrain, unit mobility, and unit types. Ground combat between units is considered simultaneous, and losses are not assessed until the end of the combat phase. Okay? Artillery combat. General. There are 4 types of artillery missions within the game. Direct support, GS, opportunity fire, GS seed, suppression of enemy air defense, and GS counterfire. I don't know what GS stands for. Each of these has inherent advantages and limitations. Skillful use of fire support assets will dramatically influence the maneuver plan. Note, although the 4 non-doctrinal terms used to describe the types of artillery combat simulated in decisive action are a combination of fire support missions and support relationships, they accurately reflect the intent behind each game command. Okay. Not sure what that means. You're saying that although I feel like I understand this 50%. Okay, anyway, back. Okay, opportunity fire. GS opportunity fire. Players can assign artillery units in the GS opportunity fire rule 3 targets per turn. To assign a target, press the Fires menu button and then click on the location of the planned target. Okay? Click on the location of the planned target. Is that a location and not on the unit? Okay. Next, press the Field Artillery button and select the desired type of munitions. All available artillery units that can range the target are in the GS opportunity fire role, are supplied, and do not already have a planned target are listed. Select the desired fire support unit to complete the mission. To cancel a target, press the Cancel Target button and click on the desired target. Placing a fire support unit in another role automatically cancels its planned targets. Players can also plan pre-planned targets on active targeted areas of interest. These targets are only fired when an observed enemy unit of the correct type enters the TAI during the movement phase. To create these on-call targets, plot a target on a friendly TAI, check the link to TAI box, and select the desired TAI from the pull-down menu. Okay. Next, select the desired target type. Finally, complete the rest of the targeting process. Fire missions not allocated can be used in general support. Oh, GS is general support. Okay. For any friendly ground unit subordinate to the same HQ as the artillery unit. In principle, it could use all 3 fires in this manner. Each artillery unit gets no more than 3 fires total per turn from the combination of interdiction and reactive support fires. Okay. Assign fire support GS opportunity fire role to a field artillery unit. Okay. Click on the artillery unit you wish to place in GS opportunity. On the toolbar, click on the blue or red unit status report button. In the unit status report window, select the fire support task, GS opportunity fire. Okay. Close the unit status report window. This completes the process. I don't understand. What is this? How is this different from what I... Oh, I see. So it's saying you can assign an artillery unit to this role and at the same time assign it a particular target. So it's two different, it's like contradictory missions, right? Like because you have opportunity fire, which would be, not a pre-planned, is it? Oh, no, 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 wait. So maybe it's opportunity fire against certain designated targets. And you need to both assign the target and also assign the role. I think that's what it is. Right, so this heading should really be called this should really be a subheading called like assigning a target, and this one should be assigning a role. I think that's what it is. Yeah, I get it. Fire missions not allocated can be used in general support for any friendly ground unit subordinate. Okay. I think it'll start to make more sense when I actually start playing around with it. Plot interdiction fire. To assign a target, press the Plot Target button on the toolbar. Click on the location of the planned target. Select the desired type of munitions and the desired fire support unit to complete the mission. Okay. All available artillery units that can range the target are in the GS opportunity fire role, are supplied, and have fires remaining are listed. This completes the process. Okay. That seems like a repetition. Fires menu. That's oh. I'm a bit confused about how this information relates to this information. And is interdiction fire the same as opportunity fire? It sounds, I would think it is, but it's not totally clear. Okay. Plot triggered interdiction fire. Link to TAI. Click the Plot Target button on the toolbar. To assign a pre-planned target, click on an active TAI. Click the Link to TAI checkbox. Select the desired munitions, type of target, and the desired fire support unit. Okay. All available artillery units that can range the targets are in the GS opportunity fire role, are supplied, and do not already have a planned target are listed. This completes the process. Cancel target. Select the cancel target icon on the toolbar. On the map, left click on the target you wish to cancel. This completes the process. Okay. I think it'll make more sense when I start using it. Press the Fires menu button, then click on the location of the planned target. Yeah, this seems like it should be redundant. Okay. So I think if I'm understanding this correct, interdiction fire is not triggered by is not necessarily triggered by the presence of enemy units. You can just have it anywhere. I think I'm understanding this right. So interdiction fire, that's going to just go out. It doesn't, and it might hit something, or there might not be anything there. You're just telling the artillery to shoot at a particular location with the hope that you will catch something. And that is the same as this. And then this is the triggered interdiction fire. I get it. Okay, I get it. Pretty sure I get this. Okay, seed. Seed. There are 4 types of seed mission modeled in the game. Planned, planned reactive, priority, and on-call. Planned takes place at the beginning of the turn versus a spotted enemy ADA unit with a seed marker in its footprint. Highly effective. Planned reactive is versus an enemy ADA unit that fires on fixed wing air while a seed marker is inside its footprint. Bad for the target. Bad for the target, would it the target of the ADA or the target of the artillery? I'm going to guess that's bad for the aircraft. A seed marker. I don't know what that seed marker is. On call. On call is fired against an enemy ADA unit that fires on fixed wing air but does not have a seed marker in its footprint. Not very bad for the target. Don't know what that means. On call is fired against an enemy ADA unit that fires on fixed wing air but does not have a... I don't know what this means. Bad for the target, not very bad for the target. The target of what? The target of the ADA unit or the target of the artillery? Okay. Priority is fired against enemy ADA that fires on friendly priority marked aviation. Equal effectiveness to planned reactive. Okay. Okay. I get that. Players designate pre-planned seed targets by placing seed markers on the map. Each seed marker has a radius that can be viewed by clicking on the map. During the initial fires phase, units in the seed roll will automatically engage any spotted ADA units whose center of mass lies within the area covered by the seed marker. Players remove seed markers by clicking on the Cancel Target button and then clicking on the seed marker. Each side can place a limited number of pre-planned seed markers based on the constraints of each scenario. Okay. Can you place them every turn? Based on the constraints of each scenario. Pre-planned seed. It sounds like it's something that you would do at the very beginning of the scenario, and you wouldn't be able to do any more. Like in combat mission, they have the target reference point. You can place it during the setup phase, but then you cannot place it after that. Pre-planned seed takes place during the movement phase of the game. When an aviation unit or a CAS strike are attacked by any enemy ground unit, when an aviation unit or CAS strike are attacked by any enemy ground unit, a check is conducted to see if any friendly fire support units in the seed roll can engage the attacking ground unit. Interesting. I mean, even infantry, that's weird. So, like, if an infantry unit starts shooting at a helicopter, the artillery can automatically? Are they simulating the helicopter, like, calling for help? Because I figured the way it would work is you'd have, like, radar, and you would see the missile going out of the ADA unit, and that's how you would spot it. All right. Since the planning for on-call seed is not as detailed as the planning conducted for pre-planned seed, the fire support unit's attacks are not as effective. However, all on-call seed fires take place prior to resolution of the ADA attack. Although the lethality effects are not as great, there is still a high probability that the seed attack will suppress the ground unit, reducing its effectiveness against the air unit. Okay. Got it. So you might not if you don't place your pre-planned seed properly and you have to use the not pre-planned one, you may not destroy the ADA unit, but you can reduce its effectiveness. Understood. Players may assign priority seed in support of specific Army aviation units, but not CAS. If a unit that has been assigned priority seed is attacked by an enemy ADA unit, then a seed mission will be executed, provided there are friendly artillery units in a seed roll within range of the enemy ADA unit attempting to fire, and the ADA unit has been spotted. Okay, understood. Assign fire support GS seed roll to a field artillery unit. Click on the artillery unit you wish to place in GS seed. On the toolbar, click on the blue or red Unit Status Report button. In the Unit Status Report window, select the Fire Support task, GS Seed. Okay. Close the Unit Status Report window. This completes the process. Okay. Plot pre-planned seed target. Assign a GS Seed Fire Support task. On the toolbar, click the Seed button. Left-click the desired location on the map to place a pre-planned seed target. This completes the process. Assign a GS seed fire support task. How do you assign a fire support GS task? I don't know what that means. This is the target. What is the task? In the previous one, is this a task? This is target. How do you assign? What is a task? Don't know what that means. We'll have to figure it out. Cancel pre-planned seed target. Select the cancel target icon on the toolbar. On the map, left-click on the seed target you wish to cancel. This completes the process. Assign priority seed. Select a helicopter you wish to assign priority seed to. On the toolbar, click the priority seed button. The unit's footprint will turn purple. This completes the process. Okay. Cancel priority seed. Click on the unit you wish to cancel priority seed for. On the toolbar, click on the priority seed button. Okay. Understood. Yeah, there should be like tutorial missions teaching this stuff. 2823, counterfire. D, counterfire. Although decisive action does not model counterfire radar, it does abstract its effects to support counterfire operations. Friendly fire support units placed in the counterfire role automatically attack enemy fire support units spotted through one of two methods. Critical friendly zone. A CFZ is used to protect an asset whose loss would seriously jeopardize the mission. To designate or remove a CFZ, players access the protected unit and click the Plot CFZ button. Enemy fire support units whose fires land within the footprint of a unit that has been designated as a CFZ can be located and engaged by friendly fire support units placed in the counterfire role. Okay? Well, why wouldn't you do that for every ground unit? What's the trade-off? Call for fire zone. A CFFZ is a zone used to identify and attack suspected and known areas where enemy fire support assets are positioned. Enemy fire support units who fire out of a CFFZ can be spotted and engaged by friendly fire support units placed in the counterfire role. Players can view the footprint of a CFFZ by clicking on the CFFZ. Players remove CFFZ by clicking on the Cancel Target button and then clicking on the CFFZ. So is this something you can change every turn? Sounds like something you can change. I'll have to play around with it. Counterfire takes place immediately after a spotted enemy fire support unit is detected. Final detection for all counterfire missions is ultimately a factor of each side's counterfire target acquisition accuracy. Okay, well, how is that determined? Counterfire target acquisition accuracy is the percentage chance that the opponent's artillery will be located when it meets the criteria for detection as a result of a CFZ or a CFFZ. Each fire support unit placed in the counterfire role can fire twice during a game turn. Okay, well, how is this determined? Assign fire support GS counterfire roll to a field artillery unit. Click on the artillery unit you wish to place in GS Seed. On the toolbar, click on the blue or red Unit Status Report button. In the Unit Status Report window, select the Fire Support Task GS Seed. Fire Support Task. Oh. Fire Support Task. Oh. Assign a fire support task. It's assigned. Okay. So I think what that's saying here is, I think that's what this is saying is assign the GS Seed fire support task role to at least one artillery unit. I think that's what this is saying. That's confusing because they're using the term role in some places and the term task in some places, right? I'm not imagining that. Look, fire support role. Yeah, this should be task. Okay, got it. Opportunity fire task. Yeah, this should they got to stick to one term. It's either role or it's task. Okay. So this is assigning the task retreat parameters. Yeah. Okay. Got it. Designate CFZ unit. On the map, locate the unit you wish to assign a CFZ. On the toolbar, click the Designate Remove CFZ button. The unit's footprint will turn purple. This completes the process. Remove CFZ from a unit. Okay, click on same button. Sure. Plot a CFZ target. Click on the Plot CFZ button. Okay. Left click the desired location on the map. And then cancel. Click cancel target. Click the counterfire target you wish to cancel. Got it. Okay. Next, direct support. How many sections are in here? Let's look at this again. Direct support, and then a whole bunch of more. Okay, cool. Direct support. E, direct support. Artillery units are placed in direct support to a maneuver unit by attaching the fire support unit to the maneuver unit, done within the maneuver unit's orders menu. Direct support artillery units automatically fire at all enemy units that come into ground contact with the supported maneuver unit or its subordinate units prior to the resolution of ground combat. This enhances the effects of the subsequent ground combat. Got it. Assign direct support artillery unit to a maneuver unit. On the map, locate and click on the maneuver unit you wish to assign direct support artillery. On the toolbar, click on the blue or red Unit Status Report button. Why is it blue or red? I don't understand what that... Why is it sometimes blue, sometimes it's red? And why does this one say red, but it shows a blue one, and this one says blue, and it shows a red one? Doesn't make any sense. Click the Attach Forces button. Okay, this one. Select the unit you wish to aggregate. Okay. Close the available units by clicking the X. Okay. Close the Unit Status Report window. This completes the process. Remove a direct support artillery unit. On the map, locate and click on the maneuver unit you wish to remove, for which you wish to remove direct support artillery. On the toolbar, click on the blue or red Unit Status Report button. In the Attached Units area, locate the unit you wish to remove and click on it. Close the Unit Status Report window. This completes the process. Got it. Easy enough. Airstrikes. General. Airstrikes in decisive action represent all air-to-ground fixed-wing aircraft attacks. These include close air support and interdiction, used to support friendly ground units in close contact with the enemy and/or in an interdiction mode. Used to attack the enemy lines of communication and assets. Note, there are no bomber missions in version 2.7. B. Airstrike planning. All air missions are planned and managed through the Air Tasking Order Planner, or ATO Planner. The ATO Planner is a more realistic model of how actual air assets are controlled and managed. To bring up the ATO Planner, click on the ATO Planner menu item. Okay, this was the new thing that I saw that wasn't in version 1.0. And I thought, well, what is this new thing? So it's cool they made something even more realistic. Okay, number 1, create mission. Allows you to create either a CAS or interdiction mission. 2, cancel mission. Allows you to cancel a mission. 3, print ATO. Allows you to print the ATO. What does that mean? Like on a piece of paper. 4, mission queue. Spelled incorrectly. Shows information for each planned mission. Okay. TOT, T-O-T, when the mission will take place. Number/AC, the number of aircraft assigned. Okay. Type mission, CAS or interdiction. Target information. CAS missions show unit being supported. Interdiction missions show type of target. Okay. Location. Latitude and longitude location of the target or unit being supported. Got it. Mission data is number 5, okay, over here on the right. Allows you to specify different aspects for each strike. TOT, or TOT, when the mission will take place. Okay. Mission type, CAS or interdiction. Target type used for interdiction missions. Available sorties, how many sorties are available. Assigned, how many aircraft to assign, always done in pairs. Supported unit, used for CAS missions. Okay. Plot interdiction, used to plot interdiction missions. Okay, so I'm guessing that as you click on each of these different missions, this part updates, and this is how you update the different entries. Plot CAS targets. On the menu bar, click on the ATO Planner menu item. Click on Create Mission. In the Mission Data area, go to TOT and select a time on target. Go to the mission type and select CAS. Assign the desired number of sorties. Go to the supported unit drop-down list and select a unit to support. This completes the process. Note, clicking on the mission in the mission queue, again, spelled it this wrong in the same way, will display a CAS icon near the supported unit. Okay. Number of sorties. I don't know how to manage that. Available. Okay, so you have a limited number of sorties. So is that per turn? Or is that per day or what? I'll have to find out. Okay, plot interdiction targets. On the menu bar, click on the ATO Planner menu item. Click on Create Mission. In the Mission Data area, go to TOT and select a time on target. Go to the mission type and select interdiction. Assign the desired number of sorties. Click on the Plot Interdiction button and click on the desired location on the map. This completes the process. Note, clicking on the mission in the mission queue will display an interdiction icon over the desired location in the map. Okay. Cancel CAS or interdiction. On the menu bar, click on the ATO Planner menu item. In the mission queue, again, he spelled it wrong the same way. Life before spell check. In the mission queue, click on the mission you wish to cancel. Now click Cancel Mission. This completes the process. Okay. Attack helicopter combat. General. Attack helicopter combat occurs automatically during the movement phase of a game turn when the helicopter locates an enemy target within range of its weapons that matches one of its 2 attack type criteria. Matches one of its 2 attack type criteria, okay. B. Attack helicopter attack planning. Plot a movement route for helicopter to the target area. designated by a TAI symbol, and back. Select the Unit Orders menu and select one or two high payoff target priorities for the attack helicopter unit. If no attack priority is assigned, or the route does not pass within range of a TAI, the helicopter will not engage targets. Okay. Attack priority. Attack priority is assigned. How do you assign attack priority? Maybe that's further below. Pre-planned attack helicopter mission. Okay. A pre-planned attack helicopter mission allows you to link an attack helicopter unit to a specific named area of interest. Okay. The trigger to launch the pre-planned mission is for the specified target type to move through the linked named area of interest. Okay, I get it. So this is like you're setting something up. It's like a trap. You're setting this trap. When they move through the NAI, the trap springs and the helicopter goes out to go get them. A pre-planned mission allows for a quicker response by the attack helicopter unit, since it already knows what target it will engage during a turn. For example, normally you would wait until you've acquired a target, then plan a mission to attack it. This process takes 2 turns. It takes 1 turn to acquire the target, and then a second turn to plan the mission. With a pre-planned mission, you can acquire and attack the target in the same turn. E. Attack by fire positions. A, B, C, E. Attack helicopter units can now be assigned an attack by fire, or ABF position. What's that? Is he going to talk about what that is? Yeah, he does at the back. Okay. Okay, plan attack helicopter attack mission. Click on the attack helicopter unit conducting the attack and click on the blue or red unit status report button. Select 1 or 2 high payoff target priorities for the attack helicopter unit. Okay. Close the unit status report. Target priorities. I guess that's these 2 drop-down boxes. So you have to select at least 1 drop-down box, but you can select 2, both of these. Okay. Plot a movement route for helicopter to the target area, designated by a TIA symbol, and back. If no attack priority is assigned, or the route does not pass within range of a TAI, the helicopter will not engage targets. I guess it has to go through the footprint of the TAI. I don't know how big these TAIs are in like kilometers. All right, well, we'll figure it out. Play around with it, see how it works. Pre-planned attack helicopter attack mission. Click on an active named area of interest and note the NAI number displayed in the message area. Click on the attack helicopter unit conducting the attack and select the Unit Orders menu button on the toolbar. Select 1 or 2 high payoff target priorities, then click the Link to NAI checkbox. From the NAI drop-down list, select the NAI you wish to link to, Step 1. Step 1? What does that mean? Oh, the one that you created in Step 1. Or, yeah, okay, the one you identified in Step 1. Got it. Close the unit status report. 3. Plot a movement route for the helicopter to the target area, designated by a TAI symbol, and back. If no attack priority is assigned, or the route does not pass within range of a TAI, the helicopter will not engage targets. Okay, this completes the process. The attack helicopter unit will wait until the appropriate priority target type is detected by the NAI. in this case NAI 66, before it executes the pre-planned attack mission. Version 2.7, assign attack helicopters an attack by fire position. 1. Ensure that the attack helicopter unit already has a route plotted. 2. On the toolbar, click the Assign ABF position, attack by fire position, okay? 3. Click on a movement node to designate it as an ABF position. It will turn green, indicating that it is an ABF. Note the ABF position will activate the helicopter. A TAI is not required. This completes the process. Okay. Activate the helicopter. What does that mean? Activate. Okay, I don't understand what the ABF does. I mean, this is indicating that the ABF is equivalent to the TAI in like effect, right? Will not engage targets. So I think what that's saying is that when it says activate the helicopter, it means it will have the helicopter start engaging targets. The ABF position is a position at which the helicopter will engage any targets that come within range. Something like that. Got it. Okay. Next. Air defense combat. Air defense combat occurs automatically whenever an airstrike or helicopter unit flies within range of a ground unit. Okay. Of any ground unit. Seed missions fired by the opposing side always take place prior to airstrike resolution. Successful air defense degrades the effects of airstrikes and attack helicopter operations. Okay. Airstrikes that have been disrupted also result in air losses. Helicopters that suffer high casualties will abort their movement or attack and fly to their final location. Okay, they'll fly directly to their final location. I mean, that could take them over dangerous territory. I don't know. But this is an old game, so maybe they will. It's the broken, silly AI. Okay, 286, air interception. Whenever airstrikes take place, let me look at this again. Within range of a ground unit. I think that means like an ADA ground unit. I'll have to test that. Okay, air interception. Whenever airstrikes take place or helicopter units are flying, there is always a chance the air unit will be intercepted by enemy air superiority assets. The likelihood of interception is determined by the air superiority factor, the percentage chance of interception for each scenario. Okay. Successful air interceptions result in air losses to the defender. The air superiority factor can be adjusted within the game editor. Note, 100% air superiority doesn't mean that enemy aviation will never get through. However, the odds are very small that they will. Okay. 287, chemical warfare. A, general. Decisive action only supports the delivery of chemical agents by artillery units. Both persistent and non-persistent agents are modeled. Within the game, persistent agents will not drift outside of the target square, but the contamination will last for most of the game. Non-persistent agents will drift well beyond the target square, but will evaporate within the same game turn that they were employed. Okay? B, chemical attacks. Units that are in MOP 4, full chemical protection, when a chemical attack occurs, or whose footprints overlap with contaminated squares during movement in MOP4 will suffer negligible casualties. All other units will suffer casualties and automatically upgrade their posture to MOP4. To change a unit's MOP, press the Go to MOP2/4 button. Logistics units that remain in persistent contaminated areas will lose valuable supplies and resupply capability each turn that they remain in the contaminated area. Units in MOP4 will move slower and fight less effectively than units in MOP2. Okay? Note, check wind direction and estimate wind drift prior to employing non-persistent chemical agents to prevent friendly losses. It's a good idea. Okay. Change unit MOP status. On the toolbar, click the Go to MOP2/4 button. Looks like a soldier. The MOP2 button will change to the MOP4 button with the gas mask, indicating the unit is in MOP4. To switch back, simply click the MOP2/4 button again. Logistics units that remain in persistent contaminated areas will lose valuable supplies and resupply. Okay, this is exactly this. So clearly the guy, there's issues in the manual. Yeah. He needed to have more people proofread this. Okay, 288, psychological warfare. PsyOps combat takes place during the C4 ISR game phase. Okay. Units that are affected adversely by these attacks will suffer a reduction in movement and or combat capability for the remainder of the turn. Okay. PsyOps effects degrade the morale of enemy units within the range of their effects. Okay. PsyOps units broadcast signals that can be intercepted and jammed by enemy IEW units. Consequently, PsyOps units are vulnerable whenever they are active. Okay. To activate or inactivate a PsyOps unit, access the unit's orders menu and select the desired status. Okay. Activate PsyOps unit. Click on the desired PsyOps unit. 2. On the toolbar, click on the blue or red Unit Status Report button. 3. To activate a unit, click Activate. Where's that? Oh, here. Active. To deactivate it, click Deactivate. Close the Unit Status Report window. This completes the process. So it's not a button. It's a what's the word for this? My brain. Can't remember the word for this way of interacting. It's like a toggle. But I get it. Okay. I get it. But I don't know what the range is. Maybe it has the range as like a weapon range with the red line, red circle. Okay, 289. How much? What else we got here? Oh, we're close to the end. Okay. Yeah, we'll just read the rest of section 2, and then maybe I just want to read these other sections too. Well, I'll do this in a separate video. Okay, 289. Intelligence and electronic warfare. A. General. Intelligence is gained from several different sources: named areas of interest, IEW units, and other units. By clicking on a visible enemy unit, you may gain valuable information about it. The amount of information that you are able to access about an enemy unit depends on how many sensors, units, or NAI have acquired it. Whoops. B. NAI. The intelligence modeling of named areas of interest represent the myriad of sensors that are available to a division or corps commander and permits the collection of PIR Don't know what PIR stands for. Let's look it up on Google. PIR, military acronym. Priority Intelligence Requirement. Does that sound right? Priority intelligence requirements refer to the most important information needed to make intelligence-based decisions. Okay, this is looking like what it stands for. Okay. Well, why is it called requirement? Requirement sounds like it's something that you want to know about, but not like the actual intelligence itself. Looking at this article, it's like a report someone wrote. Trying to get a sense of how this is used. Oh, just ask ChatGPT. What is a PIR in the Army? It's a need, yeah. Well, what do you mean collection of PIR? So is PIR referring to the both? I guess PIR can refer to both the requirement, the request, and also the result of the request. That's what it's sounding like. Just a second. Okay. Oh, sorry. Okay. NAI, the intelligence modeling of named areas of interest represent the myriad of sensors that are available to a division or corps commander and permits the collection of PIR, priority intelligence requirements? Yeah, priority intelligence requirements without becoming bogged down with the high level of detail associated with the management of a collection plan. Enemy units will become visible when their center of mass passes through the area that the friendly NAI covers. NAI become active one game turn after they are emplaced. The time delay in NAI reactivation represents the loss of intelligence coverage as sensors are reoriented to cover a new NAI. Got it. I want to know how big these are, though. Doesn't say. I will find out, I guess. The time delay in NAI reactivation. Okay. IEW unit operations. Okay, so it sounds like you can move these. You can move these from turn to turn. That's interesting. IEW unit operations. For a more detailed level of intelligence modeling, players may want to build IEW units in their scenarios. Okay. IEW units provide the player with two capabilities, interception and direction finding, and active jamming. Each of these capabilities has advantages and limitations that can affect the nature of the tactical operation. To adjust the status of IEW operations, access the unit's orders menu and select the desired status. Okay, what is interception and direction finding? And what is active jamming? Well, I know what active jamming is, but what unit is it used against? And what is interception and direction finding? That sounds like something you'd use for, I don't know. Okay, 1. Collection. IEW units that are placed in the collection mode will attempt to intercept and locate the source of all electronic emissions within their collection range. Identified enemy transmissions can be accessed during the planning phase by pressing the Intercepts button beneath the message box. EW intercept icons will appear where the intercept occurred during the last game turn. Select a message to identify its location, or click on the icon to read the associated message. Okay. Got it. Note, for players who do not want to analyze the detailed information that results from the intercepts, they can access the menu bar and press Options, ELINT Modeling, and Simple Model. When the simple ELINT model is used, enemy units detected from IEW operations will be immediately spotted. Okay. Intercept messages and graphics will not be displayed when the simple ELINT model is used. Okay. Got it. 2. Jamming. Successful jamming degrades enemy unit performance by increasing suppression. However, jamming is very susceptible to direction finding and could lead to artillery or air attacks. Okay. Got it. Enemy unit performance, like all enemy units or just air units? And why is it suppression that it's... Okay, it's confusing. Sure. D. Unmanned aerial vehicles. To employ UAVs, plot their movement as any other aviation unit. Their small size and signature makes them difficult for air defense units to acquire and enemy air to intercept. UAVs must pass directly over an enemy icon to spot the enemy unit. This simulates the UAV's narrow field of view and the requirement to be specific in their tasking. But it doesn't have to. So it seems like it doesn't have to have a waypoint over the icon. It just needs to have its path pass over the icon. So you can set like a zigzag search pattern. Okay. I mean, what if you set like a crazy zigzag pattern over the entirety of the map? Would it? I hope it has like a limited movement range, movement speed. Anyway, assign collection or attack mission to an IEW unit. Click on the desired IEW unit. On the toolbar, click on the blue or red Unit Status Report button. Click on, where's that? Here. Then from the drop-down list, select the desired mission, collection or attack. Got it. Close the Unit Status Report window. This completes the process. Got it. 2810, Engineer Operations. A. General. Two types of units in decisive action conduct mobility and survivability operations. Engineer and NBC smoke units. Okay. Careful use of these assets can increase the survivability of friendly units by helping to conceal them from observation or protect them from enemy fires. Okay. Mobility of friendly units can be improved by using engineer units to reduce obstacles or emplace bridges. Engineers can impair the mobility of enemy units by emplacing obstacles or demolishing bridges. Okay. B. Mobility survivability planning. 1. Combat engineer units. Combat engineer units can build obstacles, fortifications, and have enhanced capabilities to breach enemy obstacles and demolish bridges. Okay. Note 1. Ground maneuver units can reduce obstacles or demolish bridges with a reduced capability. Okay. Note 2. Units are more vulnerable to attack while on a bridge or obstacle square. Okay. This is making me think, like, if you're setting up a defensive unit, you could have the edge of its footprint right on top of a bridge. So as soon as the unit gets onto the bridge, it initiates combat. Anyway, note 3. Obstacles are neutral and can affect either side. However, movement through friendly obstacles is easier. Units must move through the square containing a friendly obstacle in order to be affected by it. Must move through the square containing a friendly obstacle in order to be affected by it. Enemy units merely need to touch the obstacle with the icon in order to be affected by the obstacle. So it's not the footprint. So when you're dealing with obstacles, you're not considering the entire footprint of the unit. It's just the icon. That's weird. That means that the size of the icon is significant, which I've never seen before in a game. But okay. Okay. Note 4. When an engineer unit is attached to a unit, I'm going to write these weird things down as I find them because I want to write them down. Let's see. The unit size is significant because it's used to determine if the unit is going through an obstacle. Okay. 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 Note 4. When an engineer unit is attached to a unit, the parent unit gains the capabilities of the engineer unit. Oh, that's cool. 2. Engineer bridge units. Certain engineer units are equipped with bridges that can be used to span rivers. Okay. To plan the erection of a bridge, plot the movement of the engineer bridge unit across the river at the desired crossing site. Ensure that the site is located along a straight line of river squares, or more than one bridge span may be needed. Okay, got it. 3. NBC smoke units. To activate smoke, select the appropriate option button within the unit orders menu of the smoke unit. Smoke provides survivability benefits to all units whose footprints overlap with the smoke plot. Interesting. Okay. Even if it just overlaps a little bit? Smoke drifts from the NBC smoke unit downwind for a specified distance. Smoke will only be visible to the enemy if it is spotted by intelligence assets or enemy movement. Okay. The smoke itself or the smoke unit? Yeah, I'm not sure. Okay, obstacle/fortification construction and bridge demolition. I think that means the smoke itself. Anyway, 1. Position the friendly unit so that its footprint covers the designated area. Oh, there's 2 red lines. So I guess that entire segment is the front of the unit. Okay, well, what's the designated area? 2. Press the appropriate button on the toolbar, minefield, fortification, or bridge demolition, and follow the directions. Obstacles and demolition missions take 1 turn to complete, so that's 2 hours, and fortifications take 3 turns to complete, 6 hours. 3. Obstacle and bridge demolitions can take place in any square that is within the engineer unit footprint. Fortifications are constructed within the square that the engineer unit resides, so the very center. Okay. This completes the process. Got it. Obstacle reduction. Plot a route across or close to the obstacle. Okay. Across or close to the obstacle. As the unit moves through the obstacle, it will stop and attempt to reduce the obstacle. The success of obstacle reduction is dependent on many factors such as unit type, command and control, morale, etc. Units that fail to reduce the obstacle will continue to reduce the obstacle during subsequent turns. Okay? Deploy bridge. 1. Plot the movement of the engineer unit across the river at the designated crossing site. Ensure that the site is located along a straight line of river squares, or more than 1 bridge span may be needed. Okay, activate smoke. Select the smoke unit. On the toolbar, click on the blue or red unit status report button. Select on. Okay, close the unit status report window. Okay, got it. This is not that complicated. 2.9, logistics. Oh, I think I'm out of the 2.8. Oh dear. I'm out of 2.8. Combat modeling. So we've just got logistics, command and control, and the human dimension of combat. Okay, logistics. A, general. Logistics are the lifeline of all tactical operations. A brilliant operation that can't be logistically sustained may become a disastrous failure. Decisive action models logistics in a macro approach that focuses on supply. Okay? Each unit uses an amount of supply points each turn based on unit size, unit type, size, posture, and activities. Each supply unit can maintain a set amount of supply points that can be transported to supported units in logistics convoys. Okay? Supply unit. So a supply unit is not the same as a logistics convoy. Supply points represent all 10 classes of military supply, but primarily represent fuel, ammunition, and food. Players have a choice of allowing their AI logistician to conduct resupply for them, or they can manually direct logistics themselves. The default is auto resupply. Okay. Changes. 1. Supply convoys are now persistent. They are created using the unit editor, and they are only destroyed when the enemy units when enemy units fire at or kill them. When enemy units or fires kill them. Okay, got it. They are created using the unit editor. I don't know what that means. I guess that means like when you're creating the scenario. Okay, anyway, 2. Resupply is no longer automatic. The logistician must now designate when and how many supply points will be transferred to the gaining unit. They can resupply any unit whose footprint overlaps with the convoy. Okay. Likewise, they can upload logistics supply points from combat and other supply units. They can upload? What does that mean? Upload logistics supply points from combat and other supply units. I guess that means that they can receive supply from combat units and other supply units. Okay, so they can like trade. They can trade supply between. Yeah, I get it. Okay. However, each convoy can only carry a set amount of supply. All supply units, including convoys, can now have security units attached to them to provide protection. This is done using the Attached Security Units feature. Only squad to company size units may be attached to a CSS unit. CSS. What does CSS stand for? Convoy Supply something. Let's ask ChatGPT. What does CSS stand for in the context of Army logistics? Combat Service Support. Combat Service Support refers to the essential logistics and administrative services that sustain military operations. It includes supply, food, ammunition, fuel, equipment, transportation, moving personnel and material, maintenance, repairing and servicing equipment, medical support, battlefield medicine, evacuation, personnel services, pay, legal, postal, religious support. Got it. Okay. Where was I? Only squad to company-sized units may be attached to a CSS unit. These security units will provide extra protection from ground attacks. The logistics management window for CSS units, such as an FSB. Don't know what FSB. Let's Google or let's ask ChatGPT what that stands for. What does FSB stand for in the context of Army logistics? FSB stands for Forward Support Battalion. The FSB is a logistics unit that provides direct combat service support to brigade-level forces in the field. Its primary functions include supply distribution, ammunition, fuel, food, and equipment, maintenance support, repairing vehicles, weapons, and other equipment, medical support, transportation, and movement control. The FSB is typically assigned to support a brigade combat team, BCT, and is positioned close to the front lines to ensure rapid resupply and maintenance. Okay. So it's a battalion. Forward Support Battalion. Forward Support Battalion. Got it. The logistics management window for CSS units, such as a Forward Support Battalion, differs from that of a convoy in that CSS units can select convoys for command and control purposes. Okay, don't know what that means exactly. Convoys appearing in the subordinate convoys window, that's this, view the current CSS unit as their higher HQs. Okay. CSS units select their higher HQ by using the higher HQ function. Is that here? Higher HQ. Okay. I think I get that. I don't know what this is used for, but sure. Okay, next. 210, command and control. In decisive action, command and control effectiveness is a function of the unit's proximity to its higher headquarters. Okay, so this is just like combat mission and take command, second Manassas, Scourge of War. They do the same thing. As a unit C2 level decreases, its mobility and combat capabilities are degraded. The proper positioning and displacement of command posts and the judicious assignment of units to a headquarters will ensure that Unit C2 is maintained at the highest levels. The current Army doctrine describes the use of 3 command posts for battalion to corps echelons: Tactical CP, Main CP, and Rear CP. For battalion to corps echelons. I don't know what this means for the purpose of this game. Command posts. Positioning and displacement of command posts. I don't know what that is. It sounds like something I put on the map. Are they going to tell me? No. I'll have to learn more about that. Human dimension of combat. I'll write that down. What are CPs? What are CPs in decisive action for C2? Man, I'm starting to turn into the acronym. People say the military is crazy about acronyms. Okay. Oh, that's the last one. 211, human dimension of combat. 3, game interface. Oh, this is just changes, yeah? Game interface. Player toolbar. Oh no, this is more status report. This is more stuff. Fire support menu. Event editor. Menu items. Okay, this is confusing. All right, human dimensions of combat. A, morale. Morale directly affects unit performance during movement and combat. The levels of morale are very high, high, average, poor, and broken. Morale checks occur when units receive excessive casualties, are attacked in the flank or rear, or become the target of an effective PSYOPs attack. Morale checks also occur at the end of every game turn. Units that are well supplied and have a high command and control status are more likely to increase morale. B. Suppression. Suppression has an adverse effect on all unit functions. Suppression levels are none, light, medium, high, and very high. Units that receive high casualties, heavy artillery fire, or become the target of an effective electronic warfare attack are more likely to become suppressed or have their suppression increase. Okay. Electronic warfare. Okay, got it. Unit suppression can decrease at the end of the game turn if the unit has not been attacked and has good command and control status. Got it. If the unit has not been attacked. Okay, that's good to know. C, fatigue. A unit's fatigue level increases as a unit moves, fights, or conducts engineer activities. Units that have high fatigue levels have reduced capabilities to conduct all activities. Helicopter units that exceed their maximum fatigue level, 21, will be grounded until they recover. The fatigue rate for helicopter units is greater while flying at night. Units that do not move, fight, or conduct engineer activities will have a reduction in their fatigue level at the end of every turn. Got it. Okay. That's pretty standard. That's how, Scourge of War works and combat mission. I think I'm going to go through this quickly because it doesn't seem... What's this? Instructor fires. Oh, allows an instructor to target units. Yeah, I'll go through this. It doesn't seem like it's that long. Okay. Game interface. Hot seat multiplayer host toolbar. Open scenario game. Load a new scenario. Save scenario. Advanced timer. Blue orders. Access the blue player orders menu. Red orders. Access the red player orders menu. New. Increase unit logistics. Increases unit logistic points. Increase unit combat power. Increases blue unit RCP by 2%, not to exceed 100% following conditions are met. Unit strength is less than 99%. Unit is not suppressed. Unit morale is average or better. I don't know what that does. Okay. Player toolbar. The player menu behaves differently for PBM versus two-player hot seat and player versus computer games. Okay. Advanced timer, opboard folder, activates the opboard folder. Use this to review your order for the scenario and friendly and enemy task organization. Next unit, last unit, unit editor. Activates the unit editor available only when editing or creating scenarios. That's what I thought. This or this, unit status report. Access the current unit's status report. Plot move. Plot a unit movement node checkpoint for the current unit. Move mouse to desired location and right-click to designate node. A unit's route consists of one or more nodes. To move an existing node, right-click, drag, and drop the node to its new location. Okay. Cancel move, face left, face right, orbit. Designate a movement node where the UAV or helicopter will orbit. That's good to know. Available only during turn 0. Magic move. Right-click on the map or another unit to immediately reposition a unit. Or another unit. Okay, this feature is only available during the game setup or within the game editor. Place unit off map. Moves the current unit off the screen and activates the unit arrival form. Use the up-down arrow to select the game turn of arrival for the unit, and then exit the form. Follow the on-screen instructions to designate the arrival area for the unit. Okay, that's cool. Note, if you accidentally move a unit off map, complete the procedure and then use the magic move command to reposition the unit on the map. Okay, available only after turn 0. Plot target. After the mouse cursor turns into a crosshair, designate the target by clicking on the desired location. Cancel target. Click on the desired target to cancel it and free up the fire support resources for another mission. You must reactivate this command each time you want to cancel a target. Use this to also remove CFFZ and seed markers. Okay. Plot CFFZ, assign CFZ, place seed marker, assign priority seed, select pickup zone, select landing zone, graphics menu, change mop, build minefield, build fortification. Okay. Providing the player still has available obstacles, he can direct it. Okay. Providing he still has available fortifications. So that's a limited resource. They didn't say that before, I don't think. Okay. Find supply convoy. Locates the current unit's supply convoy and activates it as the current unit. If the current unit is a supply convoy and its supported unit has been destroyed, this facilitates the redirection of the supply convoy to another unit. Okay, that's important to know. Auto or manual resupply. When set to auto resupply, the computer automatically resupplies units that need logistics. Okay. WSRO, assign unit replacements. Don't know, they didn't talk about this. Sit reps. View all friendly situation reports from the previous game turn. Intercepts. View all enemy signals intercepts from the previous game turn. This feature only works if you have an active IEW unit that can intercept the enemy signals and ELINT modeling is set to detailed model. Sure. Victory status. Show or hide unit status box. Show/hide the unit status box, which contains a graphical depiction of the unit's most critical information. Okay, off, mesh, or solid. Show modified combined obstacle overlay. This displays the MCOO. This displays the modified combined obstacle overlay in one of two styles, or turns the MCOO feature off. Okay. So I guess this is an overlay that shows obstacles, all the different types of obstacles. But which color represents which obstacle? I don't think they talked about that. Adjust sound, help access into the image. Okay. Cool. Opboard. 1. Opboard displays the friendly operations order. Order of battle displays the current ID, task organization, and strength of the red and blue forces. Click on a unit ID or use the up-down key to display strength of information. File, open save, enabled for the scenario developer only. Okay. Graphics menu, plot NAI, plot TAI, select text line color. Click on color box to display palette. click on the desired color in the palette. For clarity, the red player should use red for lines and text, and the blue player should use blue. Army Doctrine mandates the use of green for obstacles and yellow for NBC graphics. Black can be used for any graphic, provided the correct rules are adhered to. Plot line. To draw a line, click, drag, and drop. To move to the start point of a line, click on the start point and drag and drop the starting point to a new location. Place text. Click on the map, type desired text in text box, and press enter. Plot coordinating point. Click on the map to place the coordinating point. Eraser, click on graphic to erase. Available at the start of the game only, build minefield, build fortification, build bridge. Is that at the start of the game? How do I know if I have those available? I don't know. I'll have to find out. I'll have to try it. Okay, unit status report. Number 1, unit message box displays all current messages from the unit. 2, unit information displays the unit name and icon. Next, last unit accesses the next or last unit. 3, higher headquarters. Click to engage the unit headquarters. 4, unit tactical operation, not accessible for all units. Change the unit mission. Unit missions are offense. The unit assumes an attack posture. Combat units automatically assume this mission when directed to move. Hasty defense. Unit establishes a quick defensive posture. Ground maneuver units assume this posture after completing movement. Deliberate defense. Unit assumes a planned defensive posture that includes additional protective positions, protective obstacles not visible, and coordinated fire plan. Combat units automatically assume this position after remaining in the hasty defense for 6 turns. Okay, so that's 6 turns would be 12 hours. 6 times 2 is 12. Okay. Security. Unit establishes a security line to provide early warning of enemy attack and to slow enemy movement. Units assigned this mission will be less lethal and suffer less casualties than when conducting other missions. They will also be more likely to retreat after contact. Okay? Reconnaissance. Attack helicopters only. Helicopters in this mission will suffer less casualties and be less lethal as they are performing the aerial equivalent of a security mission. Okay? Note, when using this mission, plot numerous movement legs over the same area to replicate the movement of an aerial security mission. Okay? How do I know how many I can plot without having the helicopter run out of fuel? Okay. Anyway, withdrawal. Unit is conducting a retrograde operation under pressure. Units assigned this mission will be able to move and fight as they move away from the enemy. Note, ensure that the withdrawing unit has a plotted movement. Okay. Reserve. Assigned to computer-controlled units within the game editor. Units assigned this mission will automatically attack enemy units who are spotted nearby. Okay. Support. Non-maneuver units such as artillery, ADA, logistics, etc. only. Units assigned this mission will perform their roles when not stationary in a defensive posture. When not stationary. Units assigned this mission will perform their roles when not stationary in a defensive posture. Don't know what that means. Okay, 5. Where's 5? Unit combat power and strength. Displays current combat power and strength, 1 to 100%. Unit logistics status. Displays current logistics status, 0 to 100%. Command and control status. Displays unit C2 status and communications range to the unit's headquarters. Oh, that's cool. That's useful. 8. Unit morale. Displays the current unit morale status. 9. Bridging. Select yes if this unit has bridges, no if not. 10. Maximum losses. Maximum allowable losses before unit retreats. Okay, that's interesting. 11. Task organization. Where's that? 11. Oh, here. Right side. Okay. Attached units. Accessible for maneuver units and headquarters units only. Maneuver units. displays those units currently task organized within this unit. Once task organized to the maneuver unit, the attached unit is absorbed into the maneuver unit, and the attached unit's combat power and capabilities are added to those of the parent unit. Okay, that's interesting. The attached unit disappears from the screen. Oh, interesting. Okay. Units that are attached, aggregated, will appear in the upper half of the display. Units that are attached, aggregated, with the upper half of the display. Subordinate units in the lower half. Okay. So a subordinate unit is still on the map. An attached unit is not on the map. I mean, it's like part of the parent. Okay, I get it. Interesting. Got it. Okay. The picture attach unit attachments.bmp is missing. Okay, this is clearly not correct. Note, to detach a unit, click on the ID of the desired unit within the task organization. Its combat power and capabilities are automatically subtracted from the parent unit, and the detached unit appears within the footprint of the parent unit. Okay. How do I set a unit to a subordinate? I can click the attach button to attach it. Can I click the subordinate? Is there a button? How do I make a unit subordinate? It's not clear. Detach unit. So maybe this only works for attached units. Oh, maybe I set the maybe I do that with this. Maybe I go to the subordinate unit and I change its HQ, something like that. That might be how I do it. Okay. Attach units. Click to access a list of units available to attach to this unit. Once the troop list is displayed, click on the ID of the desired unit that you want to attach. 13. Supporting logistics unit. Click to select the supporting logistics unit. Let me see that one. This one, okay? 14. Conduct resupply. Only available when manual resupply is in effect. Click to access the resupply feature. When manual okay. That button. Retreat route. If a route has been plotted for this unit, it will retreat along that route, okay? Available only to the host during a multiplayer game. Add to blue cop. Add unit to blue cop. Unit becomes visible on any blue client designated as a cop. What is a cop? What does COP stand for? Combat Outpost. Unit becomes visible on any blue client designated as a cop. That doesn't sound right. Let me go back here. Cop. Nope. They don't define it. That's fine. Okay, where was I? This one? No. This one. Whoops. Selected unit types display the following menu types instead of the task organization item 11. Okay, well, they don't have pictures. That's fine. No problem. Okay, resupply menu. Not used in version 2.7. Sure, so I'll skip it. Fire support menu. Initial fire support menu. Select the type of fire support mission. Okay. Oh, that's don't know. Where's the type? Okay, 1. Field artillery. Displays the field artillery menu. Airstrike. Displays the airstrike menu. Cancels mission. Okay, so that's what you're doing. You choose either field artillery or airstrike. Field artillery menu. Displays available field artillery units based on selected munitions type. Okay, so that's this thing here. Only units that are performing the GS opportunity fire task in range, supplied, and do not already have a target will be displayed. Sure. Select munitions choice. Conventional, employ conventional high explosive munitions. Fast cam, employ family of scatterable mines munitions. Chemical, P, employ persistent chemical munitions. Chemical, NP, employ non-persistent chemical munitions. Artillery unit list. Click on the ID of the unit that you want to fire the mission. Sure. Event editor. Is this... this sounds like something used when creating a scenario. Yeah, this sounds like a... I'm not going to read through the scenario creation right now. I'll wait until I've played the game a bit. It's weird that they included that here. Okay. 3.9 Menu items. Menu items are listed are those with changes or new features. File, save JCOTS file. Options, counterfire difficulty. Okay, detailed model. Player must manage the Q3736 counterfire radars. Instructor, fires, allows the instructor to attack targets with fires, does not require a firing unit. COP management. COP management allows the instructor to add some or all units to either side's COP. Units added to the COP will be visible on that side's map. Common operational picture. That's what that stands for. Okay, options, counterfire difficulty. I'm gonna Google, ask ChatGPT. What is that? What about common operational picture? What does that refer to? Yes, common operational picture is another important meaning of COP in the military, particularly in command and control and logistics. The COP is a shared real-time visual representation of the battlefield or operational environment. It integrates data from multiple sources to provide commanders and units with a single synchronized view of the situation. Key features of a COP: real-time situational awareness, displays friendly, enemy, and civilian movements. Integrated intelligence and logistics data, includes weather, terrain, supply status, and mission objectives. Shared across multiple units and command levels, ensures everyone is working with the same information. Uses digital systems and networks. Examples include the Blue Force Tracker, BFT, and Command Post Computing Environment, CPCE. The goal of a COP is to improve decision-making, coordination, and operational effectiveness by ensuring all units and commanders have access to the same up-to-date information. Okay, got it. Options, counterfire difficulty. Simple model plays exactly 2/6, detail 1, okay. Instructor fires, I don't care about that yet. Don't care about that. Design your, okay, so I'm gonna stop here. I'll make another video where I go through, the stuff at the very end. And then later, after I play the game a bit, I'll make another video going through section 4. But this is cool. I got through the manual a lot faster than I thought I would. This manual is much shorter than I thought it would be. So that's good. I feel like I understand the game more or less. Okay, so what I want to do now is I want to minimize this. So Control, Function, Alt, down. There we go. And then, yeah, it's good. Still